Hello everybody, John Franklin here once again, and I'm doing a completely different review this time. I know I've been doing a lot of movie reviews and stuff, but I decided to kind of change it up a little bit here for a different kind of, thing, kind of the best way of saying it there, And I think a lot of people will be very pleased because I know millions, if not billions of people do read this kind of stuff. And it is actually a graphic novel. It's been a long time since I sat down and watched what they used to be called comic books. Now they call them graphic novels, and they've been called graphic novels for many, many years here. And, the one I decided to pick up, because I heard a lot of good things about it, was actually written by Alan Moore and Brian Bolland, which is Batman: The Killing Joke. So the thing was, I'm sure a lot of people have read this before me, and hopefully a lot of comic book fans out there, will definitely check out this video here. But for people who don't know about this, and I didn't know too much about this one myself, even reading a lot of stuff on the internet and all that stuff, I still had to read this book, it seemed like, to really get it. So anyways, the whole story starts off with Batman going to Arkham Asylum to talk to the Joker, and he keeps, he wants to talk to him just pretty much a mono to a mono, pretty much man to man kind of thing. And the thing is, he goes in. He's, you see the Joker in a dark room. You don't see his face very well. You see the bright green hair, but you don't see his face real well. And he's like flipping cards like he's playing solitaire. So Batman tries to talk to him, and the Joker's not speaking. So it's like, something going on. Well, eventually, Batman grabs the Joker. And one rule on Arkham is you're not supposed to touch the inmates at all. Well, what happens is he grabs Joker. And what happens is all of a sudden he looks at his hands or his gloves, and all of a sudden they're white. So it's like, this seems odd. So he actually grabs them to, into the light, and it turns out the makeup's coming off, but it is not the Joker. It's someone who's, someone pretending he's the Joker. Well, the Joker did escape Arkham Asylum, and the next thing is we see the Joker at this abandoned, worn out amusement park. So the guy, I guess, who owned it was selling it, and he was telling the Joker, "Oh, you're fine with this. You're okay. The money wasn't too steep." Joker's like, "No, this would be fine. I think I'm getting this for a steal or a kill or something like that." So all of a sudden he sees himself in a mirror, and the thing is, it flashed back to actually who the Joker was. Well, before he became the Joker, a regular citizen. So what happens is he had a wife. She was pregnant. So, you look at the Joker, and before I read this, I never looked at the Joker the same. I mean, I don't look at him the same now that he used to have a wife. He used to be pregnant. He used to work at a chemical factory, and now he was a stand-up comedian who wasn't exactly that good at it. So the thing is that, he went to an audition. He pretty much bombed it. But, he tries to give himself some hope and say, well, they said they will give me a call back in the next day or two. Well, he starts breaking down crying, in front of his wife there. Again, something different, because he was at one point a human being. Now, of course, is the Joker. He's always smiling. He's always laughing. So what happens is he actually meets pretty much a couple bad people, a couple mobsters who tell him, hey, you know what, you'll pretty much be filthy rich if you help us out on something. So the thing is that they had to go to his old job at the chemical factory, Ace Chemicals, I believe is what it was. So what happens is, he's like, okay, I'm all for it. I mean, there's times he's not too happy about it. But then they actually say, well, you're going to wear a mask. And it turns out you're going to be the Red Hood. So it's like, oh, okay, so that kind of works out. Fast forward a little bit. He's actually, fast forward a little bit. They go back to present day to the Joker and all that. And the thing is that after that, we kind of get back to another flashback. Something sick happens. I'm not going to give it away or something, but something sick kind of happens. He kind of breaks into someone's apartment, shoots one of the people, and pretty much kidnaps the other one. And there's some sick things in there I do not want to reveal. So anyways, go back to the flashback again. He's back at this bar where the two mobsters are, and two cops come over them, two detectives to be exact. And they say, "Sir, we really need to talk to you. Can you please step outside?" Well, of course, he's nervous. He doesn't know what to do, but he eventually goes outside with them, and he says, he actually says, "I'm sorry to say this to you, but your wife died. She was trying to do some kind of baby bottle heater or something, and unfortunately, there was an electrical shortage, and she died." So now, of course, he doesn't have a wife anymore. Unborn child died. So the thing is, he kind of, of course, he's so, so sad about this. I love how one of the cops says to him, "Take your time, coming to the hospital. My advice, get yourself another drink before you come." Wow. So something that a cop really would say in real life, God hoping not. So anyways, moving on, he goes back in and he tells these two guys what happened to his wife, and of course they just pretty much blow it off like, "Oh, well, we're so sorry," but you could just tell that it's like they don't give a flying F, it seems like. So they kind of he's like, "Guys, I can't do this." Pretty much these two guys convince him that you better do this kind of thing. So he finally does. He puts the red hood on. And you can kind of see there's like these, pretty much like, it's almost like sunglasses, it looks like. He can kind of see, but everything's all red. So eventually they go into the chemical factory and there's security everywhere. He told, earlier in the story, he told the two mob guys that there were very little or there was going to be nobody on night duty. Well, it's been a long time since he worked there, so things could have changed. And he even says that in the comic there too. So eventually the cops are trying to shoot these two mob guys. They get them, and of course you get the Red Hood guy running away. So of course Batman tells him, "Hey, stop, I'll get this guy, blah, blah, blah." So of course the thing is, this is the story where, where the Red Hood, or where this ordinary citizen becomes the Joker by actually jumping in where he thought it was water, but it was chemicals, and he says, "Get this mask off me, my face is burning, blah, blah, blah." Turns him into the Joker here. Now, I know a lot of people know this, and unfortunately I'm probably kind of giving pretty much the whole story away on this comic here, but I really enjoyed this comic. Like I said, it's been many, many years since I sat down and read a comic book / graphic novel, but I really enjoyed it. It was fun. And hopefully, if people really, really respond to this video, to this review, I will definitely continue doing more of these too. So maybe, once in a while, take a break off a movie review and review comic books, review games. Definitely want to continue doing more of those. The Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe is doing okay. If it definitely starts doing better too, with my views, possibly likes, comments, yeah, I will definitely continue doing more of those things. So thank you guys so much. Like I said, this graphic novel review was Batman the Killing Joke. Definitely a great comic book. If you haven't read this, definitely check it out. Thank you guys so much. Please subscribe. Please like 333. Please subscribe, like, and comment. And definitely, once again, very nice to bring one of these videos out to you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. See you guys next time. Goodbye.